Right, I said it's Stephen A, baby. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, they can deny, they can tell you what to do. I have my sources. I'm telling you what I know. All right. But he's not gonna force his way out. He know he got to be there and they got to perform. But he ain't feeling the Buffalo Bills the way that he once did because he feels there's a window of opportunity that they may have missed out on. Josh Allen's got to show them that's not true.
Let me just start with this. The Houston Texans were a good football team, right? Like a good football team. They made the right decision in drafting CJ Stroud, something our Panthers couldn't do. But hopefully Bryce Young still works out. Yet to be seen. But they drafted CJ Stroud. They picked a solid young coach who came in there and put the fire in the belly for these young guys. They had a solid defense. They had, the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year on the same team and the coach of the year? Are you kidding me? The Houston Texans, top to bottom, were a really good football team. Now, they had STEFON Diggs. Man, oh man, this team is loaded. So you got Tank Dell coming off an injury, coming back. You got STEFON Diggs, CJ Stroud. You got Joe Mixon in the backfield, who I would say is still a top 10 running back in the league.
What's up, Cincinnati?
I don't know what Cincinnati was thinking, but Joe Mixon goes to Houston. I think this is going to work out, be a good move for him and the team.
Yeah.
The question is that I have for you, Dub, is last year Houston was a second-round playoff team. How far do you see this team going with STEFON Diggs?
If they can keep the culture intact, I think the sky's the limit. I think now what they have to do is continue to shore up some other positions, definitely on the defensive side of the ball, especially in that the AFC
South.
Maybe your AFC South.
AFC South with the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Titans.
So they definitely can win that division easily. So if they continue to beef up that defense, the offense looks great on paper. Everyone can stay healthy. Joe Mixon can stay healthy. Diggs, he's pretty reliable. I don't hear about too many injury things with him. Knock on wood. The sky's the limit. I like it on paper.
Not to cut you off, but easily win that division? I don't know, because the Titans got better. They got Calvin Ridley, and with the emergence of Will Levis as their franchise quarterback, adding Calvin Ridley only shores up their offense. They also picked up a running back in what's my guy from Dallas? Escaping me right now.
Tony
Pollard. So the Titans got better. They put pieces around what they believe to be their franchise quarterback. The Colts already were doing well last year. They secured Michael Pittman Jr. for a longer-term contract, gave him the bag, and then they'll have Anthony Richardson coming back off an injury, and we really didn't get to see everything that's in his bag in terms of what he can bring on the field. So that division is going to be tough, not to mention the Jaguars picked up on my guy from Buffalo, Gabriel Davis. So they already had a pretty good receiving core. They picked him up, and they got some receivers in tow for their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. So that division is going to be exciting. It always is. I feel like that division kind of goes back and forth more so than any other division in terms of who's the top team. For many years with Peyton Manning, it was the Colts. For a while, the Jaguars were doing their thing. Now the Texans are emerging, as a team in that division. So I think they are the best team in that division right now. But to your point, can they keep the culture? I don't like what I've seen on the sidelines out of STEFON Diggs. I don't like what I've seen on Twitter, on X, the Gram, whatever, from bruh in terms of when he's not getting the ball and the type of antics that he has in terms of, his brother tweeting about getting him out of Buffalo, and just kind of like, he got out of Minnesota, got to Buffalo, things didn't work out, and now he's going to Houston.
Bro,
now, go ahead.
On STEFON Diggs real quick, when you think about NFL receivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about people like Mike Evans that had a very short period of time where he played with good quarterbacks. I would consider Jameis Winston a good quarterback. I would consider Tom Brady a good quarterback. Prior to guys, he really didn't have anybody to throw him the ball, and he still was getting off. And so when I think about STEFON Diggs playing with Kirk Cousins, playing with Josh Allen, these guys are considerably deemed as top 10 quarterbacks in the league current day. So to be upset about certain things, I don't get it, because there are a lot of good receivers out there that don't have someone at the helm like Cousins or Allen giving them an opportunity to get the ball. So now he has CJ Stroud, another up-and-coming promising quarterback that has arrived with vengeance, and he is looking like a great pro so far after season 1. I just hope that he doesn't throw CJ Stroud off track, because CJ Stroud, just kind of watching him on the field, watching some old highlights of him in film, he spreads the ball around. So if you open, he's going to get you the ball. And so I don't care if you triple team, bro. If that guy's open, STEFON, I'm throwing him the ball regardless. So I think he's going to have to establish some boundaries with STEFON Diggs early in training camp. Even now. I know they're probably meeting up, throwing the rock and stuff. Set expectations now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I mean, he's played with great quarterbacks. And don't get me wrong, he's a top receiver, right? Like, he's a top receiver, and he performs, but, bro, it's one football, bro. Like, everyone, you can't get the ball every play, Now, to his point, though, on his side of the argument, I need the ball 8 to 10 times. We can't go through a crucial game, and you only give me the ball, you only give me 3 targets, and one of the targets, really wasn't a great target. So I got 2 catches. So there's a balance, right? Sometimes that balance wasn't struck in Buffalo, but I also hope that he keeps the off the field antics, the sideline antics to a minimum. It makes for great entertainment for people that want to talk about it on Mondays after the weekend, but I don't like to see it. I don't think it's necessary, and hopefully we don't see any of that in Houston. So it's yet to be seen. One thing that's going to be dope, though, is the Battle of Texas, when you have the Houston Texans take on the Dallas Cowboys, and we get to see Trayvon Diggs line up opposite his big brother STEFON Diggs. I've seen them in one-on-ones a lot of times in the offseason, so I think it's going to be uber competitive. It's going to be dope to see 2 brothers who both play at a high level, Pro Bowl, all-pro guys go at it at that caliber. It's going to be dope for their parents to see, too, so shout out to their whole family on that.